late, y'all, but I'm here. I am here. Thank you so much for joining me this here Monday morning. We're here on a new week. Hopefully my moderator, yes, Michelle, are you gonna be here? I'm yelling for you, yes, Michelle. I don't know if you're here, but I know we've been like ships passing in the night, and your girl has been part of the problem. So I am I'm live now. So hopefully I got the notification on my end. So maybe some of my friends will see me and come in. But yes, so I'm trying to make sure I go live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you are here. Let me say hi. Hope you see this. And yes, Michelle, are you here? I was just yelling for you. I was like, I'm late. I got a call. Oh, Pals, hey, you were my second choice. Well, you're my first choice. Thank you for being here. I know, yes, Michelle, she pops in on Mondays too. And so I appreciate you being here, friend. I was just sharing. I was like, well, you know what? I am so late. And I was leaving a message for one of our friends to make sure I answered some questions. She said, oh, laugh out loud. Right. Laugh out loud. You are my first. Like, yeah, whatever. Nice save. I appreciate you, friend. You're hilarious. You are really funny. I don't know if you know how funny you are, but you are funny. So I still don't understand why this what's your name camera keeps popping up. The dual camera. It pops up every live. Ugh. It won't go away when I turn my camera on. So I was saying, yes, Michelle Crochet, she comes in. He said, oh, thank you, Lefala. We have similar humor. We do. We do. It's funny, I tease about that all the time. Like, your audience is a reflection of you. I see that in so many of y'all. I'm like, oh Lord. And then we all say stuff. I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's what I would have said. So I love seeing that. That it really is true. People are so similar personalities. That's how people gravitate towards um, you, and that's how you build your community. So I was sitting here, I was engaging in the content. Remember yesterday in my live, in the Zoom call, I was like, I gotta post the content. I gotta engage with the content. I gotta focus on my engagement. That's all I want to see the Nika version of you. Nika, her humor is very similar to mine too. That's why I love it. Yeah, her humor, I get it. And so I was doing some engagement in content. I got some content ideas I need to do too. So my goal is to post some content today on both pages. And yeah, so I'm trying to, so that's what I try to do the things I tell you all to do. I think I'm being very cognizant of that. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I don't do. So I try to do the things I tell you guys to do, and I'm trying to do better with my engagement. So with the agency, I've kind of gotten away because I'm answering questions, I'm going to meetings, having one-on-ones and stuff. And so it helps to now kind of organize myself in a way that I can do that engagement too. Yes, I need to do that too. I've been bad. I've seen more of your videos though. Have you? I've been seeing more of my videos though. Yeah. So my videos, it's interesting. TikTok is doing a little bit of pushing out. TikTok is doing more. And so and that's why I said I need to post the content, because I was like, they got me out there in the TikTok universe, and I'm getting a little bit more engagement and visibility, which is good, and my analytics show that. But I gotta have stuff in the pipeline. And so that's the thing about it. You gotta have content out there. I have a few videos that have gone well-ish. I haven't had that breakout video yet, but I think that's because of me. I need to post more content. The more you have, the more that you have out there, the better it could potentially be. Okay. Hello, friends. How are you? I just looked up and saw some more friends in the room. How are you all? Thank you so much for being here. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a creator network agency. And so it's on TikTok. And I posted some content here last night. I did do it. I'm proud of myself. I made my videos public. So I have some videos out there in the playlist. So this becomes a playlist because I go live here twice a day. And it's a playlist for you all to go back and look at content that I have available. Yeah, yeah, I did finally post it. Y'all like, okay, it doesn't matter because it's not real time. So, but it is there. And so if there's stuff you want to see, it's there. I need to do better maybe with my descriptions, my thumbnails, all that stuff. But you guys got content. So I say go watch it because there's so many gems I drop all the time in my videos and in my live stream. And so if you stay here and watch and engage, you learn a lot. Okay? I'm going to talk a little bit more from a beginner perspective. So today is all about the newbies. We're going to start this week off helping people as they think about going live. And the age-old question I get, this is the number one question I get, what do I say? How do I start? How do I get going with the live stream? And so there's a lot of people who just don't understand the process of going live. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more intentionally today. And then obviously I answer questions and all the things. So let me know if you are here, put in the chat, say hello, good morning, happy Monday. Also make sure you like the live if you have not done so already. Comments, hello, and subscribe. Okay, so if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click the subscriber button, and then also click my bell so when you know I go live and I post. And my friend, the Ideal Barista, she is in the chat, so she does comment back. She's not an official moderator. We might make her one, but she is here supporting. Thank you so much, everybody who just joined. Dr. Lisa, I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a PhD, so I am an actual PhD. So you are talking to a real doctor. I still evergreen only. Only way is to become irrelevant is TikTok changes things so much that it's not applicable anymore. That is true. So TikTok. So here's what I say about TikTok versus YouTube. TikTok does have evergreen content too. However, the algorithm favors certain topics that are trending. So the whole trending content, that whole piece of it does matter. So if it's trending because people are searching for it a lot, then you want to have so that content gets pushed out. And if you have more recent content, that may catch the wave versus some of your older content. Typically, you'll see if it's a trending topic, they may go back to a video that you posted back in 2023 or something like that. But for the most part, they're picking up videos that are more recent. So you see kind of like this 2 to 6 month period that your videos can still get traction. And then you may have some videos that are older than that gets traction because that topic is trending. But for the most part, YouTube is better with evergreen content because people can search and they come across your video in a stream of thumbnails of videos that are out there because it is specific to their search. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit different of an algorithm and a search process. So YouTube tends to be more evergreen because if you search something and the way people are searching for that topic, it pops up in their search options, and they could see a video from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. YouTube, is that about true? 20 years ago. Yeah, YouTube's been out just that long. I want to say, when did YouTube start? Was it in the 90s or 2000? And why does 2008 pop up for me? I'm not sure if that's like the early years of YouTube. Who knows the answer to that? Who knows? Put that in the chat for us. Google it. Because it is you Google 2005. Okay. I think it is it's like that early phase of the 2000 decade or so. So yeah, some period of that time. So maybe. But again, that content is still out there if you've been posting that long. So just know that that people can come across it. So it's more evergreen here than on TikTok. TikTok is basically more trends. Whatever topics are trending, how you do your video, if that makes sense. You say, yep, Valentine's Day 2005. Look at you. That's awesome. It was a fun fact about YouTube. YouTube was supposed to be something else. It started off as something else. I can't remember. My son just said this to me the other day. Not the other day, it's about 2 weeks ago. But he said it because we were talking about YouTube because they had a special on about some early creators and how those creators have seen the ups and downs of the algorithm and how YouTube has changed and some of the things that make it maybe a dating site. Yes, that's it. You're right. That's exactly it. That makes sense now. Yes, Valentine's Day. Yes, I didn't make that connection, but yes, it was supposed to be a dating site. You're right. You're absolutely right. It was supposed to be a dating site. Yep. And if I understood correctly, people were supposed to be able to put videos out there themselves or something like that. So it was supposed to be like this matchmaking video. Yeah, seriously, it was supposed to be a dating site. Yeah, yeah. So things that just go back in the recesses of my head. And I can't remember. So he gave me this whole explanation. He is, so he's very, well, I'll just say it. He's nerdy. He's very nerdy. So he is very techy, nerdy. And so stuff like that, you have a conversation, he'll just pull stuff out. And so we were just having this conversation. Interesting, like those 80s video personal ads. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So he had like this whole story he gave about YouTube and its early stages. He said that's adorable. I'm not talking about the 5-year-old. I'm talking about he's 20. So this is my. He said I'm not talking. That's adorable. That's adorable. Like the 5-year-old said it. No, it wasn't the 5-year-old. It was the 20-year-old. Like the 5-year-old. Oh, he said I know. Okay. I was like, I know you don't think the 5-year-old know about YouTube like that. Although he could, because he actually. So the 5-year-old has like a Facebook portal. He has a portal, and he has the portal and all he's able to watch. If you're popular, answer for these questions. I know. But he has the portal, and all he's able to watch on the portal, because it's connected to our Wi-Fi, our internet, and so he's able to click through like, and he manages as well. He'll type in and he'll put stuff in, like he knows the searches. So he has about 5 different searches he can do, and he can pop up his videos. So he has the Ryan and Friends, the Ryan's World, so he can watch those older videos, because Ryan is like a teenager now, but he has like a lot of content when he was younger with his sisters and stuff. So you can watch Ryan. He could watch any of the learning videos, like these kids, man. Yeah, so he's really smart. He can watch any of the what's the name of the things? The math videos. It's the math. Oh gosh, I'm so bad because I'm forgetting it. Oh gosh. It's the math videos. It's the math, counting ABC. It's ABCs and one. It's math and reading. So he can do those. Oh, it's gonna come to me later. That tells you I haven't had to search it because he knows how to do it now. So I'm like, and I've been here with y'all, so I have no clue. What's the name of the thing? Gosh, okay. Anyway, if I said it to him, he'll say it instantly. So you can search that. I love that. Which I had that at 5. Yeah. So he can watch those, and then he could watch. I'm mad that I can't remember. I suck at math. Yes, he's a whiz. So you guys, you've heard him talking in the background when he's adding stuff up. Like, how much time you gonna be on your live? I said 5 more minutes. So he's like, okay, so that's 12:30. I was like, dude, get out my room. Yeah, he's done that before. And somebody's like, did he just add that? I was like, yeah, he did just add it. So yeah, he's a whiz at math, and so he does that, and I can't remember the name of the videos. So he watched that, and then Spidey and Friends, he's able to watch those type of videos and stuff. So he has like a handful or so we can let him search, and he can do himself. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining. I appreciate everybody who's just listening to me and pals kind of go back and forth. I'm going to go live right now. It's after, oh gosh, it's 12:22. So let me just go live. I didn't put my link in. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a creator network agency on TikTok. So come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. If you are new, scared, afraid, introverted, and you're trying to figure out how to go live, come on in. We're going to talk all things going live to help you grow, build your community. And I'm going to teach you all the things you need to know to be successful on this app. So come on in and join me. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm writing my message so people know, because you got to share your live. People know I'm live right now because I am super duper late. And so I'm going to give tips to go live and help you monetize. But we're going to talk about going live and just maybe some of the more processed things that you want to keep in mind. Because I know there are people who are like, okay, what do I do first? And so we're going to talk a little bit about engagement. We're going to talk about all things going live. Hey, Nika, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Hello, I got a text message. Thank you so much, friends. I am so late. I apologize. Thank you for coming in. Let me share out my live. And then I'm going to bring my friend into the live too. You guys know my friend. So I got to bring that in. Hello, Holly Q. How are you? How's everything going? Holly Q, you popped in on our meeting yesterday, and I guess I wanted to make sure. Did you have, Pals mentioned that you may have some stuff that you wanted to share and just talk about with the group in general. So I wanted to make sure I save space, but I know you had to get off. So hopefully we can talk about it. We can talk about it here if you want to come up too. I'm happy to chat with you. And we did have a good conversation about wins that people had. I love hearing the success stories. I'm setting on my screen, you all. I apologize. So thank you all coming in. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning. Hugs to you as well. Hello, Betsy. How is it? How's everything going? You are retired, Fred. I love it. Thank you so much coming in. Is it Mookie Select? Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you joining as well. Thank you so much. Oh, 3X. This is you. Look at you, friend. This is your other page. How are you? How's everything going? Um, Let me know how everything is going for you. I appreciate you being here. How many pages do you have? Look at you. This your newer page? Thank you so much, Raven Journey. How are you? Come on in, friends. So I tell people to come in. Let me know where you're from. If you are new to my live, we're going to talk a little bit. I want to talk mindset. I want to talk about going live a little bit more because I know a lot of people who join my live, the first thing they say is that, what do I talk about? How do I go live? What's my topic? How do I start this process? And I'll have people who join the agency and they've done the trial, maybe they've done one or two lives, but they haven't come back. So we're going to talk about that as well. Trying to get my display name back. I have to wait until, okay, 10:11. Happy to be here. Awesome, awesome. My okay, so you played around, you must have played around and changed your name. Yeah, once you change it, you have to wait 7 days to change it back. So yeah, you're right. I was in a car coming back from my daughter's BSU college panel. Right, no headphones. So sorry I missed. Oh, no problem, friend. No problem. BSU, Black Student Union. Is that what BSU stand for? Or is that a college? Because that's what I thought of when you said BSU. I didn't intend for this to happen. I know, friend. Hey, I did it before too. So I get it. Yes, I get it. I've had that change happen to me. How you doing, Heaven's Love? Hello, friend. How are you? Natty Nat, Sweetie Pie, I see all of you. Good morning. Good morning. Lisa, I got a chance to pop in on your live, friend. Lisa. Okay, friend. Lisa, we probably need to talk in the chat. I mean, in a one-on-one. Girl. Let me say this. I'm going to say this out loud. I've said this before. When you get an audience, when you build an audience, you look at me, oh, thank you, appreciate that. Yes, Black Student Union, another town hosted a panel. Oh, nice. That sounds nice. Wow. And your baby's not college age yet. So that was something high school related. I think your baby's still in high school. So that's good. That's good that they're doing stuff like that. Hello, how you doing, Dr. Michelle? Appreciate you all coming in. So let me say this, because I've talked about this before, and I know some of y'all, and I'm going to say this out loud, some of y'all kind of cringe when the men come in the room, okay? Our friend Lisa, she has embraced it. Lisa, like, look here, whether you male or female, you gonna come in. If you gonna support the live, you support the live, okay? so Lisa, like, look here, I don't care who you are. You come in, you supporting the live. Let me refresh my goal. So I was like, okay, that's what we doing. I may keep the display name, not sure. Okay, that's totally fine. Scary Scoper is, babe. She's a junior in high school. Okay, nice. Lisa said yes. Yes. I was like, you go, girl. Because look here. Hey. I'm very, very comfortable at this time. I heard that. She was like, look here, if you come up in my room, let me refresh my goal. Let me say hello. How are you? I'm not going to say names because the names live rent free in my head. Because Cause she said she got, let me say this, y'all. She got level daily heart me. She has level 43 engagers. She only been doing this 3 months. Lisa, like, look here. If you want to support the live and come in my live and constantly support, by all means, I'ma smile and I'ma dance a little bit and we gonna talk. Cause she do the little dance. She ain't dancing, y'all. But she's welcoming. She's very warm and engaging. It tickled me because I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That is actually what you're supposed to do. You don't sit there and be like, well, there's only men in my room. I want the light. Depending on your topic, you get all of them. And she gets them all. Because her topic does it. Thank you so very much. At the end of the day, you're like, look here, if you want to be in my life and you want to hear about my stories, that's fine. I'm going to smile. And we're going to keep this going. And I'm going to refresh my goal. You said day one was 90% off, man. Yeah, I reached. Oh, look at you. I think, look at you. Awesome, awesome. Level 6. You said, come correct though. I think the host sees both display and users still learning this TikTok stuff. Mookie Select, let me go. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm trying to make sure I understand. But yeah, so oh yeah, you reached level 6. Yes, I'm trying to get some of my sister to come in, some of his sisters to come in. Yeah, so what is gonna have to happen? You're gonna have to shift up your conversation a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's up to you and your goals. I don't. That's why I said we probably need to talk and have a one-on-one. But what I saw was somebody who was like, look here, y'all in my room, y'all in my room. Might as well go ahead and refresh my goal. So I don't know if that's now. Obviously, I was only here live for like 10 minutes because I was heading over to the Zoom call, so I wasn't there long, and so I didn't get a chance to see a lot of it. I just saw you refreshing your goal multiple times, and your friends were supporting the live. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you in terms of how you want to do it. Um, let's see. That's what we are supposed to do. That's it. That's it. Lisa was doing it. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all might want to peek in on her live if y'all like. How do you, how do you figure this out? But she had 90% of the men. She said 90% from day one. So Mookie Select. So what happened? You said I'm not in the safe space. So what happened now? So you're saying in terms of your live, Mookie, have you gone live? You gone live, and you said D5 still, and so you're still trying to figure this out. I just want to make sure I understand because you were talking about your name change and then you went into your D level. So let me know if I missed something. Thank you. I have to get back to work. Okay, take care, friend. Take care. So we're going to I'm going to talk to my beginners though. This is going to be a beginner. Thank you for the donuts. You're lighting up my gift gallery. Yes, often, you said often 6 days a week. Oh, look at you. That's good. So, okay, we'll talk about this because I want to make sure people are cognizant of your community too. Just want to chat about content creation in case I could help answer questions or give a pep talk. Oh, that's what you wanted to talk about, content creation. That's good. That's good. You Thank you so much, Michelle. I see your friend. You came over. You did come over. I didn't realize you had come over. Thank you so much for the hand heart. That's right. We refreshed the gift gallery. It's been refreshed. I just realized that. Thank you so much for you doing that. Look at you. Thanks for the hat and the mustache being the title gifter, y'all. Appreciate all the support. And then Mookie, you said I didn't get enough. Look at you, all the corgi. Y'all lined up the gift gallery. Thank you, friends. I appreciate y'all. You said I didn't get enough fragments to get into the safe zone. So yes. So thank you for the finger hearts, title gifters, all of y'all coming in. Mine over Kayla. Thank you so much for coming in as well. That's cute. Yes, yes. So Black Spade, always a beautiful moment when I see you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, sweet. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. So okay, Muki Select, and then Halaki, let me get to you in the content stuff. So, and Halaki, let me know if you are able to talk on the live. We can talk about it here. Mookie, you're saying you didn't get in a safe zone. You were going live. You go live 6 days a week. You didn't get in a safe zone. And how long have you been going live? So we're going to talk about that because I want you guys, thank you for the rose, that title gifted friend. I want to talk about that because really at the beginning, and this is where I tell people to be mindful of the process for going live because it requires you to be intentional about building your community supporters, people who are going to help you grow throughout your live journey, and engagement with them is going to be critical. So when it comes to leaguing up doesn't happen automatically. That's based on the daily ranking. So that's based on you showing up daily. You do 6 days a week, which is awesome, but showing up daily, but then engagement with your live, people going to your gift gallery and supporting your live stream for that day, helping you grow, from a diamonds and rewards perspective, looking at your league and seeing where you're at to get fragments. Fragments happen because of the gifting. Happens, but not just because you're there for all that time, but it's the engagement that happens in your life. So my question would be like, okay, what does that mean for your live? Like, what's happening in your life? How is that actually fostering that engagement? People supporting the live in that way. So that's the one thing you want to keep in mind. And if you're still growing your community, still building that, then acknowledge that, okay, you may not league up from week to week. You may not get another fragment. You may not, but the goal is for you to show up and be consistent. And as you have that consistency, then you'll see where things will start building for you. Okay, so I just want to say that out loud. So I don't want you to get frustrated because I know a lot of people talk about fragments and leagues and all this other stuff. Yeah, and let's acknowledge for that to happen, you got to have people in your room. You got to have people supporting a lot. It just ain't gonna happen. So you got to work on that piece of it first. You got to work on your live stream. So I want to say that out loud, and then you decide on how you go about your live stream so that you can foster that engagement. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all coming in. You said my lives usually consist of my walks in the park. Okay, so walks in the park, and then people engaging, people supporting. So let's talk about what's happening in those walks. And how do you get that support happening? Thank you all for the stickers. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Practice makes progress. That's it. That's it. Practice makes progress. So we have to get that engagement to happen. Let's do this. Let me move my sticker to the side. Hallie Q. Yeah, I was a little bummed. I went live six times last week and dropped to C5. Yeah. So you got to pay attention to your daily ranking. So in your live, let me just say this, you all. We'll talk about, we'll talk about leagues a little bit more because I want you guys to pay attention to this because you'll see. So let me show you how to get to it. So there's a screen here that's going to show my league, but you also can see it in the gift gallery. Somebody's trying to request me. You can also see it in my gift gallery. I can see yours in your gift gallery. So you can see what leagues people are in. We see the sunsets every evening. And yes, some engagement. Thank you for addressing my questions. You are always welcome, friend. That's what I do. Hello, Queen Lock. How are you, friend? So when you look at the gift gallery, you see in the top corner, right under my name, it says C2. So you can see my gift gallery. You can view my league where I'm at. I'm currently in the top. I've only been live. Oh gosh, I have to look at it. I'm about to come out of the screen so I can see it. Oh, stop it. I've been live officially 15 minutes. I haven't been live long, but I'm already at C1. And so, I'm sorry, C2, 61%. So you can see that clearly, okay? You can view my league, see how I'm progressing up. I've gotten one fragment according to them. It tells me I need one more fragment to reach C1. We'll see. So top 20%, I get a fragment. I get to top 10%, I get 2 fragments, and then possibly I'll league up. With that, when you league up, obviously, for me, I don't get a bonus for that because I got to get to B5 before I get a bonus because I've already been at C1. And if I do my live this morning and then I come back later, I could potentially league up, get some additional, move along that path of how I'm performing throughout this 24-hour clock. However, keep in mind, when you don't go live, other people are going live in the C2 category, in that C2 league, and so that pushes you down the ranking, okay? Because you are competing against other people. People don't realize that. You're competing against other people. So as you get those fragments come because of the engagement. And so, Michelle, hello, friend. So people have come into my live already today. They've lit up my gift gallery. They've become, I didn't get it fully lit up. They've come in and became title gifters. And just recognizing that's helped to move me along that ranking, but I'm not there yet. So that's what you want to pay attention to that. But I don't want you to be overwhelmed by that because that happens every day, but it requires you to show up, and you get pushed further down the ranking as you don't show up in that 24-hour period. So keep that in mind, but the engagement needs to happen first. Your foundation in everything you do on this app is the engagement, okay? The engagement in your live, your engagement in content in your live as well. That engagement is important, and then on top of that is how you are disciplining yourself to be consistent and showing up. I saw that I was competing and won, but had no idea I was competing. Yeah. Yeah. So I honestly, I rarely look at my link. I hate to say that. I probably should, and I shouldn't teach y'all not to look at it. But for me, this will drive you nuts because you're constantly like, oh my gosh, I didn't get a fragment. Oh my gosh, I didn't link up. And so it's okay. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you're doing, and people will respond based on how you're helping them, how you're teaching them to engage, and then in turn how they want to support your life. That's so it's totally up to how people want to support you. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I know. How let me know, Hallie Q, if you wanted to chat a little bit, friend. Let me know. I know you wanted to talk about the content piece. Um, Hope all is well. Content is important, guys, because I said earlier I was on my YouTube channel, and I co-stream here, so I'm on YouTube and I was talking to pals, and I said, you know what, I'm doing what I told you guys to do yesterday in our live. I said, for you to grow and for you to have set goals for yourself. So a goal for me, how you doing, Kim? So a goal for me is by the end of the year to see if I can grow my community. Grow my community when it comes to the followers that I have. I want to see if I can get up to 5K. I said that out loud in September because I said, guess what? We know this app got extended at least until December. We know some things have kind of been moving forward with, the whole deal that's being made for the app. So if we're going to be here, I want to be intentional about setting goals for myself. And I'm going to say that goal out loud. And so for me, my goal before the year is out is to see if I can increase by 5K. With that, that requires me to take action. You just don't put something out there in the universe and just say, oh, well, it's going to happen. You need to make sure you do the work. And so for me, that goes for me too. If I'm going to tell you guys that, then I got to kind of do the work, don't I? Hello, Mango Man. I got to do the work. I got to show up. I got to make sure that I'm being intentional about my growth. And so that means, hello, Fred, thank you for the daily heart me. That means that I need to post the content, create the content, post the content, engage with my community, with the followers, with the target audience I'm trying to reach, and do that engagement intentionally. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Thank you for the daily heart me. So that's important. So you got to do that engagement. And if you're not, then you can't expect for you to see growth because people have lives. Your community is constantly evolving too. So people, I might have motivated you all to go live, and then you're like, I'm going live all the time you go live, and then I don't see you. So then that means I need to constantly think about more people coming to my live. How do I make sure I'm doing that engagement? It's not just a one and done. So just keep that in mind. You're constantly working through, reinventing, making sure you're doing that engagement. Hi from Pure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming through. Thank you for the support. I send people to you. I talk about how awesome you are. Look at you. Yes, I agree with what you're saying. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I appreciate y'all. So that engagement is important, and it goes for all of us, including me. Okay, so I say that to you all because I want you guys to know, if you're going to see growth, then you're going to have to put in the time and effort to make that growth happen. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the shares. How cute. I don't know. I think she might have left. So if she left, I know she was going to talk a little bit about content. So I wanted to make sure we kind of heard from her if there was some tips and strategies when it came to content too. But a couple things from the agency perspective, and I didn't put my link in here. I'll put my link in a second. So a couple things from the agency perspective. I sent you guys the summary notes from our Zoom meeting yesterday. So you guys have that. every summary notes. Take a look at my email if y'all get a chance. She left, I think. Okay, that's fine. It's early for her. She's West Coast, so I mean it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's super early. Um, so um, take a look at the summary notes because I always give you guys 3 tips for the week. Okay, is it 7 o'clock for you too, Nika? Are you West Coast right now? Where are you at? I know you travel, so but take a look at those notes because I want you guys to pay attention to thinking about how are you. Say yes. All right, thank you for being here. How are you engaging with your content? Summary notes are good. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I tried because, like I said, the recordings I can't do because of the cloud space, so I'm gonna have to kind of move from that perspective. But the summary notes I think captures the essence of what we talked about. You said it's 7:45 on the West Coast. Oh wow. Well, I appreciate you guys being here, my West Coast folks. Holla, Q, you coming back? Let me know if you want to chat about content creation, friend. I wanted to make sure I am potential. If you want to pull up, come up and chat for a little bit. You say yes. Okay, I'm gonna invite you. I'm in the East Atlanta, Georgia downtown as we speak. Really, I am in Orlando, Florida as we speak. I am there. Appreciate your friend. Let's see. Halleck, I sent an invite. Um, so let me know if you want to accept that, friend. And let me know if you didn't get it, if you didn't get it. But so we'll have Holly Q come up for a little bit and chat a little bit about content and creation. And then I was gonna talk to my new friends. So in the chat, if you are new to me, put that in the chat. Just say I'm new to you. And if you are not new to me, but you are not going live consistently, we're gonna talk about that because I want to talk to people. I was gonna start this week off, and this is kind of like where I was like looking at. Okay, this is Monday. This is a new week. This is a new opportunity. We're gonna take advantage. We're in week 10 for the agency. The agency is only 10 weeks old, y'all. We still new. So I want to make sure I acknowledge that and honor people who are new to going live. Like, what are some things that they may need to know and hear? So I was gonna steer my conversation towards newbie type of approach to going live. So I wanted to make sure I said some things for you all too. I'll be in Florida in a few months. Tampa, but Tampa. My daughter's at the college down there, so she is there right now. My baby, and then my in-laws live there too. My husband's from Tampa, so we get to Tampa quite often. Not new, but working on being more consistent. There we go, friend. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mango. I appreciate you. And so, what I was going to share some tips on people who are live and people who are not live yet. If you're not live, I'm going to talk about a couple things you want to be aware of and just kind of help you understand what to expect as you go live. Okay. What led you to agency? What led me to starting an agency? I think that's what you're asking. Why did I start an agency? Like, why did I do this? Why did you do this? um, you know what actually happened? I'll be honest with you. Somebody planted the seed in my head back in probably March. Yeah, what led me to do this? Probably like March. And so at the time I was already with an agency. So they planted the seed in my head, like, you should become an agency. And I didn't know anything about like starting my own agency because I was one of the big agencies here on the app. And so in my mind, I was like, oh, that's a huge endeavor. Like, I could never do that. Like, what does that mean to do it? Yes, I was there. He was there. He was there when it happened. And somebody planted the seed, and I was like, maybe I should look into it. It was one of those things where it's in the back of your head. And it's like, should I? He said yes. I was thinking that, and Nika, I thought that was Nika. The person who did it was the person I said I thought it was you. That was technically not you, but I told Nika I thought she was a catfish. So it was that person, but but with that, it just set like I said rent free in my head, and I was like, maybe I need to do something with this. And because I was showing up, and you said not this again. It was just one of those moments where when you think about it, it's like, okay, well, now why couldn't I do it? Well, let me look into the process. And I was like, okay, I check all the boxes. Maybe I should apply. I was still with an agency, so in my mind I was like, okay, now I have to not be with the agency anymore. I gotta do all this other stuff, and so it was a process. So when the opportunity presented itself, it wasn't until like June. And thank you so much, Lisa. It wasn't until like June, and then I was like, okay, well let me look into this. Now I will say this, you all. They make it sound real glamorous, and I've been in business. If I've done consulting work and I've done things in terms of leadership and running a team of folks and stuff and doing all the things. They make it sound really glamorous. It is an undertaking. It really is. It really is. And so, um, if I knew all the ins and outs, I probably would have had second thoughts about doing it. To be honest with you, I'm happy I did it. But if I knew all the details behind it, like met with somebody and had a whole conversation before I actually clicked my application and submitted it, I probably would have had second thoughts. A lot of second thoughts. I don't know if I would be here right now. So it's probably best that I didn't do like the due diligence that I could have done. But yeah, so it's a whole thing. I had just healed from that trauma. Did you? Oh, I'm sorry. I brought it back up. Resurfaced trauma. See, I thought you were there. Never mind. Never mind. I'm happy you did it too. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Michelle. Dr. Michelle. It's a lot of work and your heart must be in it. Yeah, my heart is in it. My heart is in it. You're right. It is a lot of work. And my heart is in it. I was definitely in it. Yeah, but it is an undertaking, and it's just a matter of making sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you making sure. I'm here to support, and so it's a huge investment, financial investment, in time investment, but it's good. I'm really glad you're here. I appreciate y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay on it though. You said okay. Yes, I totally agree. You have a big heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Really, when you are ready. Okay, ready when I am. Okay, let me do that. Let me accept. Uh-oh, somebody tried to come at the same time, Holly Q. Hello, friend.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I know you had some things to share about content. Look at you. You wide awake. Holly Q said, let me get camera ready.
I know. I was like, still about
You
to
look
shower. Let me
great.
put a shirt on. I was like, let me put a shirt on. I'm so sorry I missed the meeting yesterday because
That's okay.
I love our agency. I appreciate you so much. I'm actually enjoying hearing the origin story too. Like
Okay.
what did Doc decide to start the agency? But Doc, I feel like a lot of us are discouraged about the content,
Yeah.
like about the content creation part. And I just wanted to, if there was anything I could share about that, I wanted to. And I got especially angry yesterday because I get a lot of how to make, how to be successful, like it's
Yeah.
always all of us have seen it, right? It's like new grid feature. Here's TikTok's must have grid feature. And if you use this feature, this is going to help you go viral. And every time I hear that, I'm like, why are y'all lying to people? I was like, because you lie to people and then they use the grid. They don't go, like the grid doesn't go viral. And they'll even say on their videos, like, I used the grid and I went viral. I was like, girl, you didn't use the grid and go viral. No. You made a video about how to use the grid. That's and it. That went viral. And so now people, and it's one thing, but I'm like, when our teammates that like in the, when our teammates in the agency, like, I'm a little sad, I'm a little despondent. I'm like, that's because people be lying to people all day on this app, right. Like about do this one thing. And Doc, I just want to say, I've been serious, and I'll be quiet, Doc. Like, do you want me to like?
No, but I'm gonna say this. I see your subliminal message. You got me wearing pink and you wearing green. I peep, but I'm looking at it. I'm wearing pink. She went Austin.
Today, let's go to the story today. Sometimes you gotta be devious. Sometimes you just try to get to point A to B in a straight line.
I couldn't hear nothing you said because I was like, why am I on this camera wearing pink and green with her?
Oh my gosh, for all the times when we're not supposed to talk about pledging, but I got so much trouble wearing red ones. Somebody called me wearing red lipstick. Like, woo, those are days. I'm so glad we can have fun with
That was fun. That was fun. Okay, so to your point though, honestly, people do. That is kind of the smoke and mirrors of content creation. People are saying things that aren't true. They're saying, oh, here's the new feature. Here's something you need to do, and obviously they're not doing it to go viral. Their video that they're hoping to tutorial or how to and all these other things is helping them to get pushed out. Yeah. So.
Yes. And I just want to say, Doc, like, tell me if you think I'm wrong. TikTok wants you doing everything on this app, and they want you doing it every day. Content creation was going good, but it got so much better when I started going live regularly and being consistent.
Uh-oh. Halleck was freezing on me.
It tells them I'm gonna make a video every day. Like every day, I'm gonna post an actual video that's either in my niche, which is the thing I love the most, like 92%, and then 3 other little sub niches under there, which is like daily life, you know, celebrity culture. I love talking about Black women getting loved on, and like maybe some of my own family brand stuff. So like stuff maybe about my hair or skincare or whatever, anything I want for the podcast or that I may just want to retract. So it's consistent, and I just want to be like, okay, y'all, like, I'm sorry, it can't be like posting every other day or every third day. For me, like the sweet spot came when posting every day under the big niche and the 3 little subs, using every new feature. But y'all, using one new feature once or twice is not gonna make you go viral. Like the new grid for the photos, that's your stories. Like that's just a new way to do your story. So I would just say, if I had to say the thing that kind of came together, and Doc, seriously, it was when I saw myself move from D League to like C4, and I'm a little sad about going back down to C5, but I clearly didn't have people engaging the right way, and I'm just trying new things. But for me, the combination is, going live regularly, like 3 to 6 times a week, putting a video up every day. I'm gonna be honest with us, y'all. Like TikTok tells us to put up snippets of your live, and we should do that. That counts as putting up a video, but that can't be the only content. It can't be the only content that you put up, or if you put it up, it's got to be as good as Doc's. Like it's got to be, you know, you've been doing this so long that you got a catalog, I'm sure, 50 videos like you could make like at any given time. You're always teaching us, and you're clearly a pro with this. So yeah, maybe those of yours are gonna do better numbers because you're own an agency. Like you've established yourself as an authority. No, well, seriously, as an authority here, and truly, Doc, like your video, the way you cut them and edit them, I'm like, okay, that's a good video. Her pace, she's getting to the point, like. And I know this is going to come out as a lot at once, but the going live regularly, making original videos, like TikTok. If you want that video to get like out of the 3, and not that I don't have that sometimes, like and it's not stuck in it. And I wish we would stop calling it that, like stuck in a 200 to 300 view jail. We're just you're building a body of work.
Yes.
So yeah, if I write something about Taylor Swift shading Black women, yes, that's got this broad appeal. But when I'm like, hey y'all, we're going live today, we're going to talk about blah 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 blah. TikTok and the AI can see that that's totally self-serving. That's completely self-serving, getting people, you know, even if I make it creative, if I make it about coffee, and we're going to talk to, like, TikTok still sees it, is it self-serving or is it entertaining and serving greater TikTok? Can they use it and send it out to people? So the going live regularly, yes, use every new feature. I use the text feature to say this is when I'm going live, or went thrift shopping with my daughter today in San Francisco. This isn't that you can put like 4 or 5 little photos after the text, but they want you. And if people feel overwhelmed by a video every day and going live,
exactly, yeah.
Yes.
If you want growth to happen, you got to do the work.
Yeah, and I know people have jobs. You know, I know people have jobs. I know they're at work, but I just don't want us to be despondent and sad. It takes a while, and y'all really consider your videos as you're getting it together. Like, yes, and even once you put the video up, y'all, there's all these, like, you got to start talking immediately. You have to have a crisp, you know, like, I don't know if y'all notice in my editing.
see me.
Like, I may think I'm being cute and I'm giving this look that communicates so much, but like TikTok, people will stop, and so Doc tells us to look at our analytics. You can literally see in your video when you take that long pause, when you
The video
like
drops.
that's when you're, like that's when people stop watching. And in the creator rewards part, it's not a matter of how many video, like how viral your video goes. On a video, and TikTok is like, that's not original, and you didn't move, and so $1.50, congratulations, like on like 250,000 views. So if just to keep us from getting sad and despondent, I'm gonna go live a little bit later and do the content creation and like silent journaling to like start the week. But I just want to say, like, y'all, we're trying to put together, it's almost like not success, but growth. Let's just growth on TikTok, y'all, is making and posting a video every day. I promise y'all got videos in your drafts and in your phone, which is why I love the planner, because the planner, I was like, I literally just went through my phone. I'm like, okay, I got 15 videos on just going shopping for makeup at Blue Mercury, or getting my eyebrows done at Benefit, or doing something with my daughters. You could literally go through and see all of that, our regular life schedule. When you're feeling lazy, because sometimes I'm lazy, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna put up a text announcing my live today. I'm gonna make sure I post it, y'all. And also, when people say you gotta post 10 times a day, when people say they're posting 10 times a day, y'all, they're not putting 10 videos up, and if they are, I can only imagine how horrible those videos are, because I don't know who's putting out like 10 quality videos. But when they say they're posting, one of those posts is probably a story, or 2 or 3.
Exactly.
It's probably a text message. One of the texts,
post.
The text, maybe they did. But those count. To me, those count as posting. And so if I do a creative video, I go live. I do a text, like maybe I'll post like a grid of the pictures, because I'm working on redecorating my living room. So I'm like, okay, that's an easy way to, I'm making videos about that. Oh, and that's one last thing. And I'm so sorry, this is the way I talk and how it all comes out.
That's okay. I love it.
Yeah, y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm like, poor Doc ain't never gonna let me back up.
You're fine.
And I wanted to say, if like, because something, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this and see if it works. Like, so I'm trying to get some furniture, like in the living room. I'll take us with me to go consignment shopping or thrift shopping, or I'll take us, I forced everybody to go with me to Home Goods. Then I'll make a photo grid of, y'all, this is what I bought at Home Goods, and this is where it went. And then I'll do a text message, like on the same theme, like using all of the different elements of TikTok, the videos, going live from the Home Goods, making a video grid, and maybe a text about that one thing. Kind of lets TikTok know too that, like, oh, is this another niche she's getting into? Like, and I could see a little bit more traction. I'm not reading any comments, Doc. I'm sorry.
You should, because Piles came over here. She said, "This is you without coffee." Like, this is no coffee.
The reason it's coming out so fast is I've been thinking about it for weeks, and like, we have some of us that are like, we really are working hard, and we're on live like every day. And I kind of want to be like, y'all, Doc is in Sealy, because Doc has been doing this for consistently. Like, you were like clockwork when you came. I was like, is this 7 o'clock? It's not. Like, that's how. I was like, now Doc can maybe just do lives, because she's.
No, I need to do my content. I need to do my content. So yeah.
And it's a challenge, I know. And I also want to say too, y'all, TikTok knows when we're scripting. You can even go look at some of my early videos where I put it on a teleprompter. I was like, I'm gonna get this makeup right. And it was after the first time I had some virality, and I was like, oh, I can really do this seriously. And I was like, I'm gonna be perfect. Like, when I get on, and like makeup and hair and lighting, and I had a script. TikTok can tell when you have a script.
Yeah,
TikTok can tell on a video whether or not this is like just, like I'm just being original, creative, personality, and when I'm like, here are 3 reasons to blah, 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 blah. Like, so I just hate seeing us be discouraged, and it makes me frustrated when I see all these videos getting so much traction. To me, it feels like lying to people, like saying, like, new text feature. This is how you're gonna go viral. And I'm like, why are y'all lying to people? And then people use this text feature, use it properly, really well, and it doesn't go viral. And I'm like, I was like, why are we acting like TikTok? TikTok wants you to make a collage.
Right.
TikTok wants the collage to be made up of lives, regular lives, because I was just flying by the seat of my pants, you know, for like the first 6 months. It wants you to make a collage of going live regularly, doing a pop-up, like doing an impromptu pop-up, making original videos. By the way, y'all, being in the creator
Rewards.
whatever thing is not what it was a year ago, y'all. Like you could make some money. Like people really were buying cars and paying rent and stuff with it. It's very different now. I spend time doing it because I like doing it. It's a way I can like be creative, but they want you making regular videos within your niche and within 3 subcategories. I know this because TikTok told me so in a community's webinar with other black creators. So your main niche and make videos under the 3 under there, y'all, is where we can have some fun, like where you can play with it, where you and a lot of us, you know, a lot of us are, you know, type A personalities. We're coaches, we're doctors, you know, some of us doctors on here. We're used to, you know, like being very professional in how we present and having everything be perfect, but TikTok wants to give us a little bit of a reward for being like spontaneous. And yes, a part of the collage is the new features. Use the new features, y'all, but they're almost always going to be
for the stories.
In your stories, and it's just part of the collage. And when the collage starts coming together, and TikTok says, oh, okay, they're willing to use new things on a regular basis. Okay. Keeping her in D-League didn't seem to motivate her. Now she's gotten consistent. Okay, she's consistent. Thank you, pals. For keeping me consistent. Like literally every time I see pals, I'm like, did I put my schedule on? The COO is in here. Whenever Nika and pals show up, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get together. Like the sergeant at arms and the COO are in my life. But when TikTok sees that the collage is starting to come together, that's when, you know, and y'all, the videos that are 200 to 300, that's not jail. It's just you building a collection. You're just building a body of work. And y'all, if you want a brand to be interested in you, that's what the brand wants to see. Are you consistent? What are you talking about? What is your engagement? Like Doc just said, everything, the video, all of that is engagement. So I'll stop talking now.
Yeah. I love what you're saying because I think people need to hear it and understand that it's not just that one and done and you're all of a sudden you're good. You know, you're going to have videos that are going to hit and do well. And you'll see big creators. If you go back and look their content, they have videos that flop. My last couple of videos, to me, they're like, oh, whatever. But then I had a video that did really well. And so you just keep posting the content because not everything is going to be a home run. So just keep showing up, posting the content. And honestly, using some of the features, obviously going in your stories and posting, all that counts. All of it counts. Just make sure you're just doing something and being as consistent as possible. And then obviously you want to be in your the video posts. You want to have that content as well because that's ultimately what people are going to engage with. And if you get to the point where you can do playlists, that's awesome because people will binge watch your content and engage. They will.
That's a to-do that I'm going to put in the content planner.
Okay. You don't have playlists yet?
I have some playlists. Like I made some, but I haven't been updating them. Like
okay.
That's actually, you're right. That's another feature. I have the videos under, and actually I made the playlist like 6 or 7 months ago. Now I need to go back and
add some more videos, change some stuff out. Yeah.
And add some more videos. Too. Doc, I even think doing like pinning. I'm so glad you taught us how to. Because I thought, like, I'm going to do this other channel. I can do TikTok shop. Like, so I feel like my personality, like, I can do it. Y'all, until I saw that you need to be making 4 and 5 videos per product, and you need to be going live for, like, 2 and 3 hours. And I was like, that is not, I can't possibly do that on a second account. That's just going to be my backup account. But I appreciate the fact that you've shown us now how if I just happen to have something I really like and I'm talking about it, and that's when I finally started selling stuff. I mean, it's only 5 planners, but that's more than I've ever sold. You know, that's more than anything else I've ever sold. And it didn't require me making 5 videos and being on TikTok shop for 2+ hours,
Right.
hawking it. And the one time I did that was just because I love it, and it helped me have this. That's when I finally got the idea that it's a collage, and this helps me figure out like where I am with putting together the collage for the week. Like this helps me put together their collage for the week and think through some stuff for the month. And I just wanted to say that. And it really makes me sad when we're discouraged. Like other random people on the internet, I don't care. But like if it's our agency, I'm like, I can't have us being discouraged when we're just at the beginning, like
Right.
starting to build up.
Don't be discouraged, friends. Seriously, you gotta post the content. You gotta put content out there. You gotta go live, use your live content, and you will see how you'll improve and evolve. I'm not gonna tell you to go do this, but if you were to go back and look at my early content, you can actually jump from the early content to the later content and see how I've evolved. It's practice makes progress. That's critical.
So true, Dot. Like going live, and I will say this, y'all. Going live, the most important thing is your community. Like that was the reason I got back on. Because my community's like, hey girl, where you?
Well, yeah.
Hey, like what you doing? I'm like, going live helps you make better videos for your content, because we're so used to having to be. We're working off if we're working off an outline, and even if you have a strict outline, people are gonna ask you stuff. You start talking about other stuff, like so it helps you learn how to. So now, when something happens in like pop culture, just anything in Black culture, like I'm just like, since I'm so used to going on live and being impromptu, and I'm trying to read comments and I'm trying to reset goals, it just teaches you how to multitask. You can just start, and I encourage everybody doing this. People say batch content. Right. I can't do that. I can't sit down for 2 days.
I don't have enough time either. Oh, how you froze on us?
At my daughter's school, I was like, why y'all all wearing the same t-shirt and the same black leggings? Why don't kids like give us some fashion, give us some colors? And I'm just sitting in a carpool line. Actually, not in a carpool line. I was picking her up from something. But blah, 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 blah. Da, da, da. I just press record, do it scared. Right. First you do it scared until you go live so often, you're not what you're scared of.
Exactly. How we can keep freezing on the show.
For an hour and a half. Like, what do I have to be afraid of? Like just rattling off a little video like in my car, and then I save it to my drafts, and you can put that in your content creation planner. Like you may not get to it till 2 weeks from now, but it's there.
Exactly.
And so then you don't have to be stressed about posting a video every day. Because I promise y'all, if y'all go to y'all's phone right now, I promise you, I have travel content from 8 years ago. I'm gonna start putting up, because I travel a lot, and travel is a niche I want to get into and talk about. Y'all go to your phones. I promise you, y'all got videos. And also, and one other thing, y'all, TikTok don't like those. There's a new feature called auto cut, which is so cute. It's awesome. Y'all, TikTok on videos, they don't want. Doc has talked to us about this in live. That also goes for your videos that you post. TikTok doesn't want us just getting 6 pictures of us with our girlfriends at the club and putting it in auto cut and putting that up as a video. You can do it, and it counts as having posted that day. At least it counts as posting. But don't be expecting that to do 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Like, and that's okay. Sometimes that's all you got is 4 pictures of you and your friend at the club that you used to auto cut and put some music behind. But don't at the same time be getting sad that didn't do numbers, or you didn't get out of some jail. It's just that no, TikTok wants you talking. It wants you being spontaneous. It loves when you're dramatic. And I promise you, the AI, that's the only thing that scares me about AI. I once did a video where I did totally scripted, and then I did another video where I was just in my kitchen talking about it. The one that went up was the one me in my kitchen talking about it, because like TikTok can tell that I'm not like just reading from a script. So,
and really,
those are just some things I wanted to share in case it was helpful for anybody.
Thank you, Fran. Yeah, the one thing I was going to add is that really what TikTok, and this is from that Creator Search Insights, he said something really insightful. He said people search, because it's a search engine, people search for tutorials, educational content, and reviews. So if you're thinking about your videos in those 3 categories, or at least hitting one of those categories, like how are you talking about that? Okay, so be intentional. So if you're doing something where it's like, okay, here's the best restaurant you need to go to. The food here was impeccable. And you're talking in a way that the AI recognizes that you're giving a review. You're talking about this this restaurant in a way that you're going to give your personal review about it. Or if you're going to give someone something educational, let me teach you, let me how to do this. So you're doing something educational, maybe tutorial as well, and you're showing them the steps or sharing some information with them. So again, think about how you're saying things. And then that's where the AI is going to pick up on that and say, okay, well, wait a minute. Let's put them in this category. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
And TikTok will even tell y'all, like, I didn't plan on getting on here doing TV or review content, but, and I don't know if every doc, does everybody have that feature, like, at the bottom of your video, it says, like, it says more information or more analytics, and you click it, and then AI will, like, tell you,
so look,
this.
I think it's 10,000 or more. You see
10,000
what
more.
the creator assistant, I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah. That feature, so I think it's 10,000.
If anybody, I know some of us in the agency are over.
Yeah,
10K,
there's about a dozen or so, not many. Most people are close to 5K, that type of thing. But we're gonna get there by the end of the year, aren't we? Friends.
Yes.
We said that. We said goals.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen anything like our agency, like on. No shade to like other agencies. I know you were part of a big agency. Like, to me, they didn't make any sense. It's like they sweat you. They're like, you gotta be part of our agency. You gotta be part of our agency. Don't teach you anything. Like, why aren't you battling? This is something very different. This is the coolest study group I've ever been a part of. And I'm not the live expert. I'm trying to be a good live host, but on the content creation, I've learned a couple of things. And it is magic. It is like a gumbo. You know, like you add different things to your gumbo until you just get it right. And maybe it's not exactly like your mama's or exactly like Gromer's, but it's yours. And when you get that recipe right, like, you know, oh, it needs a little okra. Oh, more sausage this time. Oh, that's right. I forgot to put the shrimp in. That's why. You know, like, so that's the way I'd say us look at it. Y'all think about in content creation, think about it as a 1 year.
Yes.
You're trying to build a body of work that accompanies your lives. If live is the most important component, this is all the rest of it. Like, you're putting together a body of work, like at the end of the year when we go to back to school and we go to the different classrooms and they show us what they did in art and they show us what they did here and what they did there. That's what we're trying to do. We're putting it together. So at the end of the year, Mommy, look at this. And then I made this. And I made that. And, you know, and then it kind of comes together for this experience. So that's the way I would encourage everybody to look at it.
That's
and
a great analogy.
Planning my content out for the week, and if anybody, you know, like, and I don't plan out stories because stories are supposed to be impromptu, but I'm gonna do 3 text posts.
Okay.
I'm gonna do at least 3 or 4 grids. The goal is 4 to 6 videos and to go live. And I think I accept now that even just going live 3 days a week regularly, like, is not enough. Like, TikTok wants you to be spontaneously, like, going live. So I'm trying to figure out ways to do that.
Okay. Oh, she froze again for us. Look at you. I hope
it breaks my heart. I
can't
stand
live
it when I'm in labs with us and, like,
I said, did your live freeze a lot?
Yeah, I can't stand seeing us sad. So I just wanted to. Oh, what happened?
I said you froze a few times throughout this chat. So I was like, do your live freeze? Are you getting moments where you're glitching?
It is entire.
You there? She frozen.
It's open at one time, and I'm sorry about that, y'all. So I think that is the universe telling me to hush up. And I'm gonna go back down to the comments, but I just wanted to share that. Y'all know I'm a human ray of sunshine. I can't stand seeing us sad and discouraged about when we're getting a lot of bad information, not from Dr. Lisa, but from the outside, from all these other videos that are on our feed. And TikTok knows we're trying to learn how to make good content.
Right.
So it's sending us these people's videos saying, do this and go viral, do this and go viral. Y'all.
Exactly.
It's a body of work. It's a collage. We're working towards, you know, end of the year, school, coming home with that big thing of, like, all our work to show. That's what we're working towards. Do not get discouraged. Do not take your numbers personally, and it takes time to learn how to make good videos. Okay. And that's all I want to say. I love us. I'll go back down. Dr. Lisa, send me back down to the audience.
All right. Take care. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. That really, I mean, really everything Halleck said is so spot on. Please, if you heard anything that she shared, don't get overwhelmed by this. You can do it. Okay, that's first and foremost. You can do this. I want to be in your agency. Oh, phenomenal. I want you to be here too. A lot of us feel overwhelmed with the conversation yesterday. Oh, okay, that's where this. Okay, gotcha. Trisha T said, I cannot cook every day on live. I will pay the price. You're fine, friend. No, you're doing well, though. You'll figure it out because you've been doing some pop ups and stuff. You'll figure it out. It may not require you to cook every day. Maybe you're doing some leftovers. So, and some other conversations too. Yeah, so let me just say because I want to make sure I honor what Halaku was sharing because it is the case that you see a lot of creators that will put content out there saying here's what you need to do and here's the best way and all these tips and strategies, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It's helpful for you to know about some of the new features because maybe you don't know that feature about the four grid is out there and they teach you how to do it. That instructional stuff is helpful, but don't assume that it's going to make you go viral. It is a combination of multiple things you're doing in terms of how you're creating your content, how you're using stories, how you're leveraging notes, how you're leveraging your live, repurposing some of the content from your live, and how you're creating original content as well. So all of that plays into it, and then you using some of the features. That's helpful. But I said something to you guys a long time ago. If your feed is nothing but how-to tips on TikTok, but that's not what your live stream is about, that's not what your content is about, then there's a problem. Okay? Because you need to be engaging with content in your target audience, not just binge watching all the creator tips out there. And I told you before also, like, pay attention to what people are sharing because they're sharing stuff that maybe are trending topics. That's why they're doing it. They're trying to get you to engage with their content. So they're sharing that. And so when we talked about, oh, TikTok's going away and TikTok is this into and all this other stuff, I said, I'm not listening to that because nobody knows. So I need for you guys to focus on what you're trying to achieve here. That means that maybe you are not looking at some of those tips all the time. Maybe you do. Make sure that you understand some different posting strategies and some other things, but you are also primarily looking at content that relates to your topic, your niche. Okay? So my cooks in the agency, y'all need to be looking at cooking videos and engaging with people who are looking for cooking content. So you can bring those people to your room and they will love to see what you're cooking. That's important. You got to do that engagement. I don't want you guys to miss that. And understand like the content creation is a must. You got to do it, but you can achieve it in multiple ways. You can do it through your stories. Again, the texting post feature, all those things. This morning I'm considering you were considering quitting the app altogether. You're like, I'm done. Oh, don't do that, phenomenal. Message me on IG. Let's talk. Okay. But yeah, ingredients, product reviews, cookware. There we go. Kitchenware. Yes, that's it. Yeah. I love Halaku, your planner is awesome. I love that. That is a great idea. Just making sure you stay accountable to your content creation. That is good. We were talking about how having so much information and how to implement it, not get lost in the sauce. Yes, that is. It's a lot of information that's being input. So how do you focus on what you need from it? This is very motivational. You're welcome. After I post a video, I spend at least 10 minutes watching and engaging videos in the same niche. Let me post this because I'll pin this because that is so important. So she does it after, and I do some before stuff. Engagement because I'll look at videos that are similar to the type of video I'm looking and I'm doing that's kind of like my research. So when I'm doing the research, I'm like, what did they say? Let me take a look. Oh, that's the hashtag they used. Okay, maybe I might use that hashtag too. Oh, I love the way they have their title on their screen. Oh, I might use that too. And so I'm doing my little research first because I'm like, okay, some things that was said here that I like and I get it. And so for me, it's kind of that engagement before, and then I'll engage in their video and I'll comment. I may heart some other folks, and then I do my content. So yeah. Hey, Lighthouse. So I appreciate you being here. I was also thinking about quitting the app completely as well. Queen, don't do it. What's so now we need to have a different type of motivational conversation. Because I don't want people to quit because ultimately, oh no, you would be missed. Yes, quick research. I like that. Yeah, so that's kind of my research. However, here's what I will tell you: don't get discouraged about how things are not growing for you quickly, because again, that's how this app works. You're frustrated, you're saying, oh, I'm posting content, it's not getting any views, but the goal is that you're going to continue to post, you're going to continue to grow, you're going to have these inputs, the information that's being shared with you, you're going to try different things, and then you'll see. Now I will tell you this: a lot of times in the early phases, the algorithm is getting to know you as much as you're getting to know the algorithm. And I say this because we're always so impatient. That's the biggest thing. If we can kind of sit in a situation for a little bit without reacting and just kind of get a sense of what's happening, kind of observe, watch, continue to do what you're doing, but sit in it for a little bit, that's where you're going to see things will start to happen for you. So a lot of times, I bring that impatient piece up. You said 100. I bring that impatient piece up because a lot of you will switch your topic up, and you only been doing it for like a week, or you switch your topic, and it's only been like maybe if you really count out the times you've been live and you posted content, you might have had 12 posts or 12 lives, but you really haven't gotten the algorithm, given the algorithm a chance to get to know you. So you haven't even did 30 days worth. So think about what you're doing before you decide to kind of throw it all out and say, I'm quitting. So some of that's happening. Some of the other thing that's happening is that maybe you do need to change up. You need to look at the analytics a little bit closer to see what's working and what's not. Okay? And so if you are someone who's kind of set in it for, I'd say, 30 days worth of doing something, content, an approach that's new, and you kind of set with it for a little bit, and then you're like, okay, well, let me look at the analytics. Okay, what's working, what's not? Is my time of day right? Am I reaching people? What is my viewership? Maybe I need to switch to the evening time. Maybe I need to do a daytime. Those type of things are okay to change. But when you say, okay, I'm giving up, and you haven't done any kind of significant time, then I'm like, okay, now you're impatient. Okay? And so you're gonna have to really figure out how you sit in something for a little while before you give it, you say, no, I'm done. Okay? The challenges I tell you guys all the time are helpful. If you give yourself a 30-day challenge of going live every day for 30 days and get a sense of what it means to practice your intro, practice talking to your audience, practice engaging in the app, connecting with your people, welcoming people, connecting with them in terms of what they're asking and answering questions, as well as, getting comfortable being on this and learning the different features and stuff. That takes time. And people sense, if you are still uncomfortable. So you got to practice that. I thought quitting, but then I thought if I'm going to struggle, I'm struggling with community, then without. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Trisha T. Thank you so much. You're right. If you're going to struggle with community. Don't struggle by yourself. Yep, be yourself. I love that. Be yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. He said, thank you. I think this is best time to commit to learning the app. It takes time. It does take time. It takes time. Thank you for the roses. I just changed my live into the weekend, off on Monday. Okay. That's good. That's good. You changed to the weekends. You added the weekends, so you're off on Monday, so you're doing Thursday through Sunday. I'm sorry, Tuesday through Sunday. I'm struggling alone for way too long. You struggled alone for way too long. That's true. Yeah, so it's better to be with people. And I don't want you guys to change too much. Not in the beginning stages. And so let me say this. If you are in the agency and you started with me in August, I know some of y'all might have started before that and had some incremental growth. But if you started in August and you've been going at this daily, now if you ain't going daily, I'm going to say, well, you still got some days to put in. But if you've been going daily, and then you've seen September, and you've gone daily there, then I honestly believe you should have seen some changes, some growth. So now the question is, okay, now what are you doing that you don't see growth? Are you not going daily? Have you kind of flipped around your time and your topic quite a bit? And the algorithm's still like, okay, what are you doing? What's going on? So keep that in mind. Think about what you're doing, okay? Because the people who have gone daily and really committed to this process, and they didn't have any like major glitches, whether it was technology, because there's some people who've had some internet interruptions that does have an impact. Some people are still trying to get used to the algorithm that does have an impact. But if you've been going daily and you've been showing up, you've seen change. I literally can name a few of you. You've seen change. Okay? You said I'm trying. You've seen some change. So, and just keep that in mind. That's how this goes. This algorithm. When I say TikTok, TikTok was serious. They named this app TikTok for a reason. The clock is ticking. They want you to hear that consistency and engagement matters. And that's how you see growth. Engagement in the content, engagement in your live. Yeah, that matters. So I'm going to practice going live. There we go. There we go. I can't just imagine the possibility if I go daily. Ooh, yes, Trisha T. Yeah, that would be great. It would be great. I know, Frank. You're like, I can't do it, Doc. Don't put that on me. Maybe I'll just do it and start talking. I have the best conversations with myself. Can I pin that? Let me pin that. Because I don't want you to miss what you just said. That's the key. I don't care. Let me say this. Let me be very clear about this. I don't care what big creator comes on here and say you got to have an outline, you got to know your topic, you got to know all these things before you go live. No, you don't. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Go live. Just start talking. Introduce yourself. Say some things that you may want to talk about. You don't have to be perfect. You do have to talk. There's some mechanical things you need to do. You need to make sure you're talking. You make sure you're engaging with your audience. There's a couple different little cheat code things you can do to make sure you keep the conversation flowing. As people are coming in your live, you can click their photo, read their bio. That becomes a whole nother conversation. Okay? You can talk about different things that you're learning as you're learning different features. Just keep talking. And then as you get more comfortable, then you can create some more structure surrounding your live stream. Okay? Then you can come up with an outline. You can come up with some things that you want to talk about. But you don't have to be all that prepared and scripted. Okay? Don't let nobody do that to you. Don't put that type of pressure on yourself. You just keep showing up and be consistent. And as you're learning, that's exactly what I did in my beginning stages of this. I wasn't somebody that had a whole structured conversation I was going to do. I said, let me come live. I'm just going to talk to you guys about what I'm learning because I'm new to going live. And so what had happened, and there's a video on my page, it's one of my earlier videos, where I just kind of threw it out there. It's like, new me, new year, new me. I'm just going to go live. And it was somebody who was like, oh, I couldn't do that. I was afraid. And I used her comment as a comment. I was like, come on, come live with me. We'll do it together. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to try this posting where I can post a reply and do all this stuff to this person's comment. And that became content. But also, I kind of used that to kind of show different things I was doing in my live. And I just kind of talked through the features and what I was touching and what I was doing in the live stream. And then finally people started coming in and listening to what I was saying, like, how did you do this? And what does that mean? And where is this at? And I was answering questions. So all the nonsense about having so much structure in the beginning, you don't have to. You'll get there. Practice makes progress. That's the real tea, okay? I did better when I was keeping it simple. There we go. Keep it simple. That's it, phenomenal. Keeping it simple. You put too much pressure on yourself. I hate to tell y'all this. No pressure. I hate to tell y'all this. I don't prepare notes for y'all. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I may have a few little things I might want to make sure I mention, but I don't prepare no notes. I don't take the time to do that. Some people do. Some people do. When I heard Flourish and her whole preparation for her live, I was like, girlfriend, that's great. But I don't do that. I don't have the time. And so sometimes we're free flowing. We're free flowing. Now today's live, I did want to talk about kind of what we've been talking about, because I said I wanted to talk to my newbies because it's a new day, new week, and we're trying to make sure people understand the mechanics of going live. So I wanted to talk to my newbies. I wanted to be intentional about that, but I didn't have any notes, so I just know I want to talk to the newbies. So let me read a few comments. I appreciate you all. You guys are keeping this going. I love this. This is the type of energy you want in your live stream too. You want engagement. You want people to be commenting, um, and that's the important part of this. Let's see, you guys. You said I'm trying. Look at you all. Maybe I'll just start talking. That's it. Yes, I have really seen my lives pick up. There we go, Janine. I'm getting like 6 new followers on my live, more views. Look at you, friend. Janine, that's it. You're probably one of my people, and I know you're not going live daily, but you are somebody that's fairly consistent, and that's good. And you are consistent with the outside of the live engagement. She's connecting with her target audience, so that is key. Hey Doc, how you doing, friend? I'm ready to start being more visible. Thanks to Trisha T. Look at you. I sent you a message, so we need you to go live. I know you had clicked the link, but we need you to go live so you can get live access first. Okay? Look at you, Astro. You said I made $9.62 last week. My first week just talking to people. Look at you. That's it. You made more money in your first week than I did. My first week, I think I got, by the end of the week, I might have got to like $4, $3 to $4. But the first couple of days, it was like coins. I don't know. Did it get up to $4? It might have got up to like $2, y'all, to be honest with you. I think by day 6 and 7, I had gotten up to like 78 cents, 90 cents. I have to go back and look at it. I'm curious now what my trajectory was, but it wasn't $9. Yep, I love that. Look, thank you so much. Just have a little fun going live, and change will come over time. That's it. Thank you, Reggie. That is absolutely the truth. Bless you. No pressure. No pressure. Don't put pressure on yourself. I did better when I was talking to keeping it simple. Yep. That's it. Keep it simple. Yes, that pressure will be perfect on live. That pressure to be perfect on live is how I burnt out. Just get on there and learn. That's it. That's it. I started trying to read bios. This is a great suggestion. Yes. That's a great way to just get to know your audience. That's engagement. You're reading their bio. You guys know I do my little thing where I click the bio and be like, oh, you got homework. We need to put some some words in that bio. Because that's another thing. People need to understand those words matter. But also it kind of gets people to start thinking like, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm missing a key step here. I gotta have words in my bio. I haven't been doing that. And so just helping them understand the value there, and then I'll read bios to kind of see who's in the room too. Be tired after and before work. I'm toasted. Yeah, it's hard. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. I'm gonna try to keep it simple. That's it. Thanks for the encouragement. You are welcome. That's a great start. That's it. Yeah, just get started, friends. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much, friend. You said I'm exhausted. Don't be exhausted. You said you're natural. But that took time. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, all of a sudden I was like a natural. No, no. It was in the beginning, obviously, because I didn't know all the things. I was kind of looking, and you're stumbling over your words. But over time, you get used to saying different things. And let me say this, y'all. Y'all know, so some of my people who've been here with me for a while, the stuff I say, I repeat. I rinse and repeat quite a bit. I say stuff over and over again. I share the information in a similar way. So don't make it seem so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself to come up with a new creative way to say something. Say it over again. Say it, people are coming in your life all the time. There's people listening on the outside. They haven't even tapped to come in. And so you're saying something new to them, and your people who are loyal, they're like, you know what? She did say that before. Let me now do this. You know what I'm saying? So they're learning too. Because people have to hear things multiple times before they actually act on it. So just keep that in mind. Don't feel like you have to constantly come up with a new creative way. Rinse and repeat. You said that's the truth. Worrying about what to say. That's it. The best lives are when it's engaging with chat and what comes up in the live. Yep, that's it. I have no scripts and expectations. Oh, Lord. Hey, Coach Jesse, thank you so much for the Rosa Title Gifter. I'm about to freestyle these workouts. Oh, Lord. These are a lot to learn. Girl, I didn't know you wasn't freestyling it. Wait a minute. You had me fooled. I was like, she's so good. She just go like this and that. Come out. I did not know you wasn't freestyling. You were choreographed this whole time. You're like, Dr. Lisa, how dare you? But no, in real talk, I assumed you had some signature moves and you were just flowing with those signature moves. And you're just like, okay, now we're going to repeat that again. Like, it's memorized, don't get me wrong, but you're flowing your top 5, 10 moves. So I just assumed you was doing that. But you like, no, this is a whole routine. Thank you for the puffs. Thank you so much, Coach Jesse. I love that. But yeah, your workout is awesome. But I had no way. I didn't know. I didn't know you were choreographing that. Okay. Thank you so much. So that's her. Appreciate you. Yes. So yeah, friends, thank you so much. You guys are engaging with each other. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. Keep talking, keep talking. In the beginning, you are talking to yourself. I got out. Will be live later today. There we go. All right, friend. You said that's amazing. Yeah, keep talking, friend. Hey, everybody. Marvelous Monday. Appreciate you, Coach Jesse. Do you have to have PayPal? Yes, you do. PayPal is how you get paid. So TikTok is in partnership with PayPal, and you have to have a PayPal account connected so that you can get your rewards. That's how you get monetized. Thank you so much for that crown. Look at that crown. Love it. Every dollar is worth celebrating. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Hey, Lisa. Hey, friend. Thank you for the daily heart me. Thank you all coming in. Homework. Yes. There's also the confidence and competence loop. Ooh, I love that. Let's see. Let me see. Is it going? There we go. I was like, I was all over the place in my head. I was like, go ahead, shake it off. Thank you so much for that. There's also the confidence and confidence loop. Talk about what you know and like. I love that. That's it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm here. Set the phone down. Gotta look busy. Look at you. I finally updated my own bio. There we go. I love that. Hey, I did my first live yesterday. No live people, but 1,600 views and 72 likes. That's awesome. That's good for your first live. Seriously, I don't want you to minimize that. 1,600 views is really good. Now, obviously, the engagement, the likes, you want to pull that up, but that's good. Don't minimize that. Hello, friends, Daddy's daughter. If you all saw her original shop lives and she was learning, it took time. There we go. You talking about me? Thank you so much. And when you get to the point that your people can repeat what you're saying, what you said, you create a connection. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Nika Grace. That's why I repeat my dishes. There we go. Yep. Absolutely, Trisha. Because with cooking, obviously you could add some little extra little details to it, and then all of a sudden that's a whole nother dish. And you're right. When you repeat it, people new in the room hadn't seen you do that. The dish you did yesterday was that a repeat. That was good. That was real good. And we need you to rinse and repeat. It helps us learn and self confidence to take action. That's it. That's it. Yes. So thank you all for the gifts. I see you all. Thank you. I appreciate all the support in the live. Let me go back. I know I went away from some comments. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the engagement this Monday morning. Good morning, community. How you doing, Yolanda? I thought you had a whole routine, Natty Nat. She does. I think I messed her. I think I didn't do her justice because she does have a whole routine. I could tell we were choreographed because pattern repetition. Love it so much. Yeah. Natty, are you really choreographed? Let me know, friend. I apologize. Natty's like, girl, I didn't took time to do this. How do you see the comments when you're going live? I can't see them. Um, what do you mean? Uh, do you have them turned off? You might have to go to your settings to make sure you can see your comments. Um, So yeah, you might need to swipe from the left to the right. You can see comments that way too. They're larger on the screen. But I wonder, thank you so much, that title gifted. What is that? Wait a minute. What's in my gift gallery? What is that? What was that? I don't know what that was. Um, Gallery Duel, October 5th through 10th. Waiting on an opponent. Y'all, what is in my gift gallery? Like more gifts to win. Skip, opt out, rejoin. I got a gallery duel with somebody? What in the world? TikTok, you got some stuff going on. Y'all, somebody look at my gallery and tell me what that's about. Is that the campaign? I signed up for a campaign. Lord, I don't know which one it was. Yes, I got my first pay last week. Awesome, Lisa. Awesome. Really good. Thank you so much. Um, a lot of us do. What does that mean? That was a campaign gift. Was it for what? What campaign did I sign up for? Magic Genie? What is that? I guess the issue is the iPhone isn't near me. Can I track it from my iPad? Track what? The comments? Yeah, if you had another device, so for example, here's my other device. I'm on my live. I can see comments coming through. So yeah, I can see comments this way. Sometimes I like to do this because I can see what you guys see. So sometimes here, as a live host, people share the live, and so the chat is moving up, so you don't see everything. So I can see, and when I have my link on, I don't have it on. See, I know my link wasn't on because I saw it over here, and so there's things like that that's helpful, so you're able to see. Sub only chat on. Let me know. Is my sub only chat? Is that what you're saying? Let me say. What did you just say? What was your question, pals? I missed something. What did I miss? I missed it, no doc. Okay. I missed it. I saw something and mine is not on. Um so let me know if I missed any comments. No, she's saying it's why she can't see comments. Oh, that could be it. Thank you, Nika. GM, did you turn on your sub only chat? You probably would know if you turned it on. Um, but if you come here to your fan club, when you go to your live or before you go to your live, it's a feature that you could have clicked around and didn't realize you turned it on. That could have been it. You're right. I didn't think about that. This was your first live though, wasn't it? Person said they can't see their chat. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I missed what you said earlier about not having live with 1600. GM, hold on one second. I'm gonna show you, friend. Where am I gonna show you? I'm gonna show you from here. Yes, it was my first live chat. I'm pausing. You would have had to turn that on, but I'm wondering if you even had access. First live. That's what made me stop. You may not have. You should have the fan club access. I was going to say you may not have it yet if that was your first live. Maybe not. Yeah, you would have had to turn it on. If you message me before you go live again, message me and I'll pop in on your live. Okay? If you message me, let me pop in on your live. Are you gonna go live today? If you go live today, today is a better day for me. If because I have one appointment, but today is a better day, and I can probably pop in and see what's going on. Okay. And if I pop in and I don't say anything, or if I try to request you, because I don't know if you're gonna be able to have guest requests, but you might. I'm going Wednesday. Will that work? Wednesday could work. What time? Tell me what time, and I'll pop in on you and see if it's on. But if I pop in and you don't see any comments from me, then your chat is messed up. Like you have your sub only live chat on, and I'll go back into the inbox and leave you a comment there to let you know what's going on. Okay. So I can let you know in your inbox so we can communicate that way. I think maybe comments were turned off. Yes, so it might be comments turned off. It may be. Look at you, Natty Nat. Thank you for that, Galaxy. Appreciate you all. Appreciate that support. Thank you so much. I gotta find out what campaign I signed up for because I think I am in a campaign this week. I don't know what I did. I'm gonna take a look. Um, I'm gonna have to take a look and see. I think we're going to have to battle soon. It says wait for opponent. I know that's what I was. That's what I was like. I think I signed up for something. So, but it doesn't seem like a battle. It doesn't say match. It says gallery. You have to win your gallery duel. What the heck is a gallery duel? And what does that mean? That's what I was like. I don't think it's a traditional match because it says gallery duel. One week creators of similar performance level compete by lighting up more gifts. Who am I competing with? So I gotta light up my gifts. So creators of similar performance level will be matched every week. The one who lights up more gift wins. Results announced on Sunday. Oh, who am I competing? Oh, well, I haven't got an opponent yet. It's not a match. It's getting more in your gallery. Interesting. Thank you so much, sweetie pie. I appreciate you. So you go up against an opponent. Check with Flora. She was talking about it this morning. Did it just happen? Is this a campaign? Y'all, I'm clueless with the campaigns. Well, here's what's happening. I'm not in the agency yet. So I requested to switch my other account. I did it last night. I officially did it to turn over to my other account, switch over my other account so I can free up this account to go back to personal because it's business. Go back to personal and join the agency. So that's what I'm trying to do. So hopefully before the week is out, this account can be under the agency. And then I'll pay attention a little bit more to the campaigns and all the things. I did sign up for one, and I got to remember which one I did now. So it says mine's is coming too. Okay. Oh, the numbers I mentioned. I missed if you said they were good or not. Oh, okay. That's what you were asking. I did answer that. I said they were good. Especially your views. Your likes will get improved. So your likes, obviously, you're brand new. You're growing your likes, so it'll get better. Cheat code. If you have another account, gotta get your likes up. So that can help with your likes and support. But as you're growing your community, you're gonna want them to like your live too. Okay, so you want to be intentional about getting your likes. But really, with your views, TikTok did push you out, so you did have enough. You did have substantial views. How you doing, Moonlight? Thank you so much, friends. Somebody wrote in the chat earlier. I don't know if they're still with me. They might have moved on. Somebody wrote in the chat earlier about Amplified. Amplified is a feature in TikTok. It's a program. I did not turn it on because if I understood it correctly, and I'm trying to go back to when I saw it, when it's under the live. If you go under your live screen, um, let me get to it. I'll show it to you. I might have missed a comment or two. I apologize if I missed any comments. Mine says it's coming. It's a few days old, I think. Okay. It started last week. Oh, I didn't pay attention then to it. It will match you automatically. Okay. Compete to get your gallery filled with it. Okay. Whoever has the most gifts in the gallery wins. What do you win? Maybe I need to know what I'm winning. Because depending on what I'm winning, then that would incentivize me. Do you know? Did anybody win it yet last week? Anybody win last week? Okay, so let me go here. I'm going to go to my shop page. Okay, on my shop page, I'm going to go to my live side, my live home screen. And then under my live home screen, I think it was under recordings. Let me go there. Okay, it is. So under your live home screen, you're going to go to your recordings. It says join amplified. Okay, that's where it is. And then I don't want to read this, but it says get free exposure for your videos and live replays. It's a whole program you have to join. So you have to join it. It's a program. Choose what videos to include. Essentially, if your videos meet TikTok's campaigns and promotions, those videos can become part of it. I'm gonna have to call her back. Hold on one second, you all. So it is a program on here. I didn't join it. Um, to be honest with you, I didn't join it because if I read it correctly, it seemed as if you wanted to be part of other programs and your videos got more exposure, more likes, more views, this program did not allow you to be part of like the Creator Rewards program. You didn't get credit in that way. I think that's the way I read it. But please go back and read it for yourself. Maybe I'm wrong, but this was something I looked at months ago. It was like back in probably March, April, and I opted not to participate in it. But I remember it being something. Which program are we talking about? So if you go under, okay, so we're on the live home screen. We're TikTok Studio. We're on the live home screen. I clicked TikTok recordings. I'm sorry, my live recordings. I'm under tools and resources. And then you click your live recordings. The program is called Amplified. Under this is where all your recorded videos are. There's a little spin wheel. You click that spin wheel, and this program here is called Join Amplified. Let me turn my screen off so you guys can see it. TikTok Amplified. So essentially it says, I got the impression it was for TikTok to use your videos, your content, to, if it was something that promoted TikTok and you talked about a feature, you talked about something, it gave you more exposure. They would push out your video more. So you can join that program. Again, the downside about it was that it didn't allow, if I understood it correctly, you might have gotten more views, more engagement, but that did not count towards any of the other programs that you could potentially belong to. Like if you wanted to be in the Creator Rewards program, it disqualified. Those videos would not count towards that or any other monetization program. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. I think it was it wasn't it was an either or type approach. I was like, I'm good. So I chose not to participate in it. But take a look at it. Maybe you want to do it. Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I seen it. But I do think it was something that didn't allow your videos to get counted towards some of the other programs if you wanted to participate in them. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know if you have questions. Hopefully I answered the question about Amplify for friends. I don't know if it's something I would personally do. I'll take a look at it again, but I don't think I wanted to participate in it. But take a look at it and maybe something you want to do. Okay? And I haven't heard any people talk about it. I think it's okay. Thanks. You're welcome. I haven't heard too many people talk about it, and it was like, oh, I'm in an Amplify program. I'm doing this. I haven't heard that. So I think it might be even worth going on the home screen and typing it in and seeing if anybody is talking about it to see if they posted kind of the benefits of it. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you all for being in here. I appreciate you all. Like I said, this was going to be like a mindset conversation, and we went in a couple different directions. And so I appreciate everybody who's come through, supported the live. Um, People coming in, engaging. If you are new to my live, feel free to comment new in the chat. If you haven't followed the live host, make sure you click my profile up there, follow the live host, or become a fan club member as well for some of my new folks in the room. Hello, Ritual Sun Sunflower. And so you definitely could do that. Again, really quickly, as you guys go into this next week, make sure you are engaging as much as possible. Like I said, I sent my Zoom notes for the people in the agency. If you're not in the agency, you're welcome to join. I didn't turn on my link. So let me know if you're interested. I'll turn on the link maybe later. We'll see in the 4 o'clock. But I want to say if you are engaging in content, try to do that. Try to post some content. Okay? Post some stuff in your stories. I posted one of those text messages, the text post in my story. How do we initiate a box game with someone? We're live. When we're live, you gotta have a co-host. So you're gonna click the. You don't see it now because you're a viewer, but when you go live, there's the interlocking rings. Looks like the infinity rings. you click those rings. That's the co-host feature. The two people are guests. Like when Halleck was in my room, she was a guest in my room. She wasn't the interlocking rings. So Halleck, so the two people are for guests, and then the interlocking rings is for co-host. You click the co-host. Maybe you find somebody you're already friends with, or you find somebody who's random in that list of people who are suggested creators. You can click that, invite them to join. Then once they join, you'll see the boxing gloves. Those boxing gloves pop up. So you'll see that pop up and you can click the boxing glove to start a match. Okay? So that's what it is. I think that's what you're asking. Let me make sure I said that. Initiate a box game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's how you would do it. There's also like the little playbook area, the playbook, so you can click there. There's like the Bing game in there, catch the Bing. There's some other stuff that you can do as well, but that's what you would click. The boxing gloves for the box match. Okay? And so so as an agency, just so you guys know, let me ask this: who's left in the room? That's with the agency. Friday night, we said we wanted to do battles. Yesterday, the conversation came up. We were going to do a Friday battle as opposed to Saturday. So I do have the option for us to create our own at 9 o'clock, and then we can be paired with somebody in the agency and we stagger it, or we can join somebody else's. Okay? So drop me a heart. Let me know if you want me. I'm going to do a poll real quick. Let me know, yes, is it you want me to do our own thing? That's with the smiley face. So if you're in an agency, let me know. Smiley face is that we do our own thing. Sad face is that we go with somebody else. So, and this is going to be 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern. Okay, then we finish. How do we disconnect? Try to yesterday and choose wrong. You go back to the interlocking rings. So you started with the rings, you ended with the rings. Rings. The infinity rings, the interlocking rings. So you start there, you end there. Okay? So when you end it, you click those rings again. There's a little square with an arrow. It's like a little rectangle with an arrow. Think of it as a door with an exit arrow that says out. So think of it that way. You click that arrow. It says, do you want to disconnect? You say yes. Yeah. So smiley face us. Who said us? Unwritten Unstoppable. Unwritten Unstoppable. Love it. 9 p.m. Friday Eastern. Yes. Does that work for you, Yolanda? Because I know you were traveling this past weekend, but Miss Darlene is the only one that voted. Anybody else that's in the room, do y'all care? Maybe other folks don't care. You're like, I don't care. It don't matter. For now, stay with our own thing till we get great together. Okay. Okay. Miss Darlene said, we can't be out there like that. We still learning. So Coach Jesse is supposed to do Friends and Learn. So Friends and Learn is happening. And then we can have our own thing Friday at 9. Okay? So Friends and Learn is still happening. I'm fine either way. Gotcha. Wait, what was the question? Sorry, I just came back. The question was, we were going to schedule, so from our Zoom meeting yesterday, I said I was going to schedule a battle event and put it out there. So I'm going to do a battle event. I'm going to put it in school so you guys can respond to the school message. We're going to do it in school, and we'll do it for like an agency. You'll be paired with somebody in the agency. So Yolanda said either. Okay, so it was a 9 o'clock group that had already signed. They had some people signed up. So I could do it there, or we could stay with an agency. And Mr. Arlene was like, maybe we stay with an agency first, and then we can decide. And just so that you guys know, if you're not with the agency, battling is optional. I treat it as a way for you, because our friend Benita, is that it, Benita? She asked the question, Benita? She asked the question and about battling, so that made me think of I needed to bring this up. But it is optional. It is something you can do to build your community, connect with others, as well as monetize. Okay. Now, monetization wise, it's probably better to go outside the agency because you're meeting somebody new. You're connecting their followers are potentially in the room. The pro to that is that, so that's the pros to it. The con to that, the downside is that they may not show up. Okay. Agency folks, there's a little bit more accountability, dependability that they will show up because they committed to it. But out of agency, that's the uncontrollable. You don't know if they're going to show up. So I think that's the downside. Let's do maybe this week again. We'll do it in the agency one more time, and then we can decide if we want to go outside the agency maybe next week. Next week when we do it. Okay. I do want to try to battle. I never battled before. Janine. Okay, so Friday is your day. So let me know what you're doing Friday. When is your live stream? Because you could probably fit into Coach Jesse's Friends and Learn if you're gonna be live during the battle time. I'm fine either way. Wait, what was the question, Janine? So you asked that question. I do want to battle. Okay. Um, okay, so yeah. Um, Janine, let me know what time. Do you go live on Fridays? I think you do. Are you at 8 p.m. Eastern? So, or earlier. But you guys are growing. Janine's going live. You did over 2 hours. I think you said almost 3 hours one week, last week. And so, keep going, friends. And at least I'm happy you monetized. She said, I finally monetized, finally got a chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's the growth, friends. That is it. Astro says she monetized as well. So you're growing. Everybody is growing. So keep going at it, friends. You got this. As long as you keep showing up, you're going to see the growth happen. You absolutely will. Okay? So the thing is, you got to keep being consistent. All right? All right, friends. I have done officially an hour and 42 minutes. I'm about to get off shortly. So let me know if there's any final questions. And then who is going live? Let's do our roll call. Who's going live? So we can see who is going to be live tonight. I blocked today my new people because they were cheaters. What you say? I blocked a lot of my new people because they were cheaters. Cheaters? What they do? What they cheat on? Miss Darlene, what happened? You said cheaters. What happened? Oh my gosh. You said you blocked them. Oh wow. Sorry to hear that, friend. Yeah. Yes, I'm going live on Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Message Coach Jessie. It depends on what time she would be doing her Friends and Learn. Because obviously both, I think she was maybe doing 8 o'clock. I don't know if 7 o'clock is feasible. Eastern, that is. So that would be 6 for her, but I'm not sure if that's feasible. So message her and just see what does that look like if she did the Friends and Learn at that time. I think it's based on people's interests. I need to get online more often. Yes, Lisa, you do. That's gonna be the difference maker. Okay. I'm going live tonight at 6:30 Eastern. Awesome. Natty Nat, you gonna do impromptu? You gonna do ad lib dancing? An impromptu, non-rehearsed routine. Miss Darlene has no problem blocking people that need it. Okay. They came up with something to follow and unfollow and get points. Mind blowing. Yeah, people do that. I could show you in here. I do that because I get in trouble. But somebody put in the chat. So yeah. You said I'm here, Coach Jesse. I'm freestyling. There we go. You go freestyling. I love it. He's like, we freestyling today. People are like, is she freestyling? Coach Jesse, Janine said she wants to battle, learn how to battle. She hasn't done it before, so she wanted to learn. Now, Janine said you go live at 8 p.m. It's probably good to warm up your room and maybe even do it because your room is warmed up at maybe 8:30. So maybe that is something you talk to Coach Jesse and see it because you already will be live and you just continue your live topic. Yeah, different accounts. Yes, yep. You said that's the thing. I saw by Wellness page that a lot of the agencies, a lot of agency is friends with under a different name. Say that again. I saw a Vibe Wellness page that a lot of the agency is friends with, and it's now under a different name. I'm gonna go look because me and her had a chat. So so I chatted with her when she sent me the documentation. So I'm gonna go back to that chat and see if the name changed. So I should be able to. I think I should be able to see it. So we'll see. We'll see if that name changed. But you're saying it's under a different name now. Okay, I think that's what you're telling me. That the hackers have changed her name. Um, if you're willing to cheat TikTok, you're willing to cheat me and my family. Got to go. Oh wow! Or if they changed it, they might have. Last night, as of 10 o'clock, they hadn't changed it because I checked for her. They hadn't changed it. It was like 10 o'clock my time. It hadn't been changed, but I will look to see if it's changed today. So if you're saying you saw something, then I'm assuming you saw it after I had checked. Oh, they did. I don't know. I don't know if they changed it. Obviously, they have access. So, but I don't know if it's been changed. Yeah. So, hello, Mook. How are you, friend? Okay, friends. I'm gonna get off. I will be back at 4. I appreciate everybody here. Miss Darlene, I so appreciate you. To your point, we need to chat, Miss Darlene. We need to chat. So I hear you though. You are very true. It's very, very real. You said if they are willing to cheat on TikTok, they willing to cheat me and my family. Okay, Miss Darlene, I agree with you. I do agree with you. Messages in school. Okay, thank you, Miss Jessie. Um, so she has a message in school. Janine, there's a message in school about Friends and Learn. So sign up there. And I'm saying out loud, if you go live already at 8, maybe that's good. That's good because you could do the battle while you're in your live. So you can make that a little small segment of your live. So that's fine. You just start your live and see how you can fit that in. Um, Anybody else willing to join? We'll do another battle event at 9 p.m. on Friday. I'll schedule that as an agency only event, and then we can decide if we stagger each other too. So I'll announce that. I'll push that out as well, and you guys can join that event too. Okay. And so let me know. I usually like to have that solidified by Wednesday of who's going to join it, so I can add them to my group chat, and then we can I can add you to the actual event and pair you with somebody. So we're gonna have to move pretty quickly, okay? Nettie, you said I'm going to join against Janine. Okay, look at you, nice. Look at there, that's a good one. Must keep the family safe. You're right. You're right. You're right, Miss Sterling. Yeah, let's chat because I want to make sure I understand what happened. Because maybe I'm misreading something that happened, but I want to make sure I understand, friend. Okay. All right. Appreciate everybody who's here. I will see y'all at 4. Such a good conversation. We're going to continue. We're going to talk about some other stuff too. But I appreciate you all being here. All right. Y'all take care. See y'all in these TikTok streets. Thank you all for the support too. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the support. I'll see y'all later at 4.